So we're going to do 5 seconds of silence and then we'll bring you in. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back, OSLP family. Welcome.
We're here.
This is our Sleep Life podcast.
This is Kelly.
And this is Mel.
And we're excited.
We are.
So we are about to bring in an all new
addition
to our Bariatric Diaries.
Yeah.
And this one is really special. We've been waiting to record with these people.
Yeah. People.
There's 2. And they just happen to be sisters. And they had weight loss surgery about 2 weeks
apart.
About a month apart.
Yeah. This is crazy.
So we are going to talk with Patty and Michelle. And you can find them on Instagram. They are Twisted Sisters VSG.
Yeah.
So welcome on.
Welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Hi there. Thank you. We're so excited to be here.
Yay.
I'm Michelle. I'm Patty.
Okay.
I was going to say yes. Like, we're going to probably refer to your full names for a little while so that way everybody can key in who's who.
Yes. I mean, people still could get confused on who's who.
Which is so funny.
So it's
so funny.
I mean, because I feel like we have very different voices.
I think so.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell the difference for sure.
I think the more you listen.
Treadmill, so.
Ooh, we've been on their treadmill and we didn't even know it.
Ooh. Does that count towards my daily exercise goals?
I will.
On their treadmill?
I freaking wish it did.
I wish that was the case. I wish.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome you guys on. We are actually going to do a special first episode, and we're going to actually include month 1 and month 3 because we were in this weird place where we needed to get them both on and within a time frame. So we're going to do newly post-op to 3 months.
Yeah. So we're going to do
it all.
Everything. So it sounds like we're going to be talking about the last 6 months of your lives.
Yeah.
Because maybe even more, actually. Yeah.
Even before, because my biggest question is, where did you guys discover that you were having a weight issue? Was it something that happened in your childhood? Was it later on in life? How did that work for you?
Oh, I would say definitely childhood.
Okay.
Okay. And this is Patty talking.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. This is
Okay.
Patty, sorry. It's like being on a Zoom call at work.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely say childhood. I'm never, I was the cute, chubby little kid, right? And I had a few growth spurts where I would sort of grow out of that. You sprout up and thin out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always really active in sports. And so I would say I stayed in shape-ish, but really constant battle. And then, when sports stop, then it's a whole other thing, right?
Yeah,
so
your body's.
For me, it's been as long as, I can really remember.
Okay.
Michelle.
Yeah, Patty's nickname when she was really small was Bones because she was just the opposite.
Interesting.
You're right.
Yeah.
So I was a thin child until about 7th or 8th grade when I guess hormones hit, whatever. I too was active in sports, so I kind of kept it under wraps. But once sports stopped, it was over.
Okay.
College, those kinds of things, and then have just been heavy, really heavy my whole adult life.
Okay.
So it sounds like you guys were able to keep it at bay because you guys were physical, but the food obviously was always an underlying issue.
Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling our mom is going to listen to this. So Mom, don't take any of this personally.
Right, Mom. We love you, Mom.
Yes.
We grew up, on a farm, and it was meat and potatoes. And, we just didn't learn a lot of, I think, really great eating habits. And so the exercise definitely kept it at bay, but underneath that, there weren't any good habits, I would say. We used to one of our favorite things to eat after school. I'm going to tell this story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do it. Yeah, we want to know.
We would get home from school, and we would take 3 slices of bread and cut the crust off or eat the crust off and then roll it up into a ball. And bread balls were our favorite thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Eat them like apples.
It's still my favorite thing to do.
God.
With French bread, I'm not even kidding you. My boyfriend made garlic bread last night for dinner.
Okay.
With our dinner, and I'm like cutting the French bread, and then I'm like kind of like squishing it together.
I'm
Oh,
down.
man.
I'm down. Yeah.
It's delicious.
You guys are hilarious.
So good.
It's not great habits. Not great habits.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Well, and as a family, we socialize with food a lot. You know,
Okay, yeah.
Big potlucks. Our sister-in-law is a tremendous cook, so holidays is just like the biggest spread of food, and it needed to change for sure for us anyway.
Okay. So it sounded like also like you stayed active through your sports, but there was no other like exercise incorporated into it, because as soon as you stopped the sports, you started gaining, obviously, because you weren't getting that activity level. So it was never like a constant in your life, having exercise be a part of it.
Right. So I would say that the constant thing in my life was the most inconsistent thing, because I would crash diet and work out like a fiend, I've lost 100 pounds twice.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And then gained it all back.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't something that was sustainable for me.
Mm-hmm.
And same, it was like exercise for sport, not exercise for health. Right? Like we were growing up.
Okay.
And so then, I'm the same. Like I've gained and lost the same 50 or 60 pounds 6 times probably in my adult life.
Wow.
So it's very all or nothing. I think with us, we get that from our dad.
Right.
But very all or nothing. And when you're in, it's like you're obsessed about it. And then when you're not, it's like, all health breaks loose.
All health. I like that.
Yeah.
All health breaks loose.
Yes.
I can totally relate to that. I can totally relate to that. My goodness.
Has always been a real issue. Yeah.
What kind of diets did you guys do?
Oh my God. I was going to ask that too.
Yes.
Do you want to start or do you want me to?
You can list them.
Okay. So this is Patty. Let's see. Atkins, I've tried like, what's that called?
Beachbody?
The Beachbody, yes. Weight Watchers. What's that? I keep wanting to say THC. That's like the opposite.
I was like,
no,
that's not a diet.
what's the pregnancy hormone?
Pregnancy hormone.
HGC?
Yeah, something like that. Anyways,
Okay.
it is put under your tongue. I don't know, some sort of voodoo under the tongue.
Right.
I have done, just like keto. I've tried everything.
Yeah, just nothing. Nothing's working. What as kids, more or less, what was your guys' diet like just normally?
Pizza.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
Sometimes more pizza.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I would just say super carb based for me.
Okay.
The super carb based. Okay.
So having done the diets and lost, you guys both lost significant amount of weight and then gained back, which I can totally relate to. I did the same thing. What made this decision to do weight loss surgery? What made it different to you?
Yeah.
Like what felt different within this opportunity or this journey versus your other ones?
Yeah. You go first, Shel.
For me, I was successful using Phentermine, the diet medication.
Mhm.
Both times that I lost a significant amount of weight, I had used that, but I ended up having kidney cancer and I have lupus. So I lost a kidney and my doctor said I could no longer take Phentermine.
Right.
And I didn't have any tool and I couldn't manage. So I went searching for a tool that would be helpful that didn't involve taking a medication. So that's kind of what got me started thinking about it. Did that answer your question? I kind of forgot.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. No. What about you, Patty?
Well, yeah, the pandemic was obviously difficult for everybody, right? But like for me, I just did not take care of myself at all. And my past attempts, like I said, have been very sort of all or nothing. I tried Phentermine as well. I forgot that one.
Okay.
And it worked, right? But it's just not sustainable. So we might get into this in a minute, right? But I think Michelle, her list of health issues are really big obstacles, right? And so I guess for me, and we can share the story if you want, but her opening up about looking into this is something that sort of opened my eyes a little bit in a few different ways. And, for me, it was about finding something with more permanence.
Okay.
I knew that, whatever I had been trying, I could slip out of really easily. And that just wasn't working. So it was looking for something a little more permanent.
That's perfect.
I like that. Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel like that's why a lot of us go towards weight loss surgery, because it is more of a permanent change. Because diets, like you mentioned, Beachbody, even taking phetamine, it's not sustainable over your entire life cycle.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't continue that day in and day out, because like you said, you can easily slip out of it, go right back to normal living, and then you're going to gain it back plus more. I've done the same thing.
Yeah.
Certainly, for years, it's kind of like, why can't I do this? Right? Like, why can't I just stick with it? And I have control of all these other aspects of my life, quite under control. And why can't I do this? And just coming to grips with the fact that it's okay that you can't on your own. And that if there's a tool out there available to you, for gosh sakes, be willing to do it and try it.
It doesn't hurt.
Do it because you're, just feel like you should be able to do it on your own. That's just crazy.
I think that's an obstacle a lot of us have to get over.
Well, because society says that we should be able to. Like they put that on us like immediately. Like you shouldn't need anything for help. Why? Why is it so not okay?
But it's totally fine if you sign up for Weight Watchers.
Right.
Yeah.
So just because you're having a surgery.
I'm going to put those little things on my key ring, and I'm going to be all proud of my Weight Watchers things. And there's nothing against there's nothing against Weight Watchers.
Correct.
I liked that program a lot. It just wasn't for me in the long term, but you're so right. Like there's such a badge of pride that comes with that. And why is that different for weight loss surgery?
Correct.
Yeah, it shouldn't freaking matter.
No, it shouldn't.
Especially even like with the phentermine, because I'm taking it, but like, it's a whole different story for that. Well, because I like it and it works. It does its job. It's just that, like the way that my health insurance has been, it's like where I've had to go down to like a half a cycle and then go back up to a 1 when my insurance is back in order. So I'm like not taking exactly how I should be taking it. And so I don't know the real effects it's having on me. But it's people get, I know my mom has this stigma around even just weight loss pills like phentermine and the other stuff. She's like, that's for people that are diabetic. Why do you need it? And it's like, well, they use this for other symptoms too that can help with it. It doesn't matter who it was originated for. Like we should be okay with taking pills too. Like you take it for pain. Why is it any different? Like I still just need help.
Well, and I know with the phentermine with me, I took it and it worked. But then I found myself not eating all day. And then I'm just replacing an unhealthy habit with another unhealthy habit.
Because you're already not eating all day anyway.
Correct.
So it's like reinforcing it.
It's like reinforcing my bad behavior. And so I'm trying to get on a track of where I'm eating in the mornings and having snacks throughout the day instead of taking a phentermine and then not eating until 1 o'clock. And then I'm doing the exact same thing.
Right.
So,
or even later.
I mean, it definitely helps with your energy, right? Like through the roof, I get my whole house clean in no time.
Right. I was going to say my house was never so clean as it was phentermine.
Right. It's like you were on speed. It was.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
I mean, it basically is.
A little bit.
Yeah. But I think I'm not a fan of it. I feel like I'm good with it.
Right. I just want the stigma around it gone just as much as having surgeries because it is a medical thing that you can get use as a tool. It's just another tool.
Yeah. And one of the statistics that Dr. D gave us was 1% out of 250,000 people that can get this surgery every year, 1% get it.
That's insane.
Wow.
1%.
Yeah.
So that whole, right?
Yeah.
The whole obstacle thing of getting over yourself and getting past that, doing it yourself, that's where that hits. That's
where it lies, right there in that 99%, because everybody is scared to just do it because of all the society. Nope, you should do it yourself. You should do it yourself.
No.
I can say for me, I wish I'd have done it a long time ago for one, but one of the roadblocks for me was just all the stuff you had to do in advance of being accepted for the surgery, like through the insurance company and whatnot. It seemed a little overwhelming, like, almost too much. But at one point I was like, well, wait a minute. Why, how could this be too much for me to do for my life?
Exactly.
That's when you look at it from that perspective, that sounded ridiculous, you know? So, at Christmas time, this past Christmas, we had a really condensed Christmas. Patty and her husband, my boyfriend and I, and our mom, because of the pandemic and my mom's age and whatnot. And, of course, my health. And I just kind of sat them down after our Christmas dinner and said, look, guys, this is what I'm going to look into. I'm just going to check it out and see what they can do for me. And at that point, I didn't even know if I'd be a candidate because of all my health concerns. And I just kind of got blank stares from all of them.
Yeah.
They didn't say too much, actually. And then, I mean, Patty, you want to talk about?
I mean, it was inconceivable to me in that moment. Like I never thought, like I knew about people who had not gastric sleeve, but like bypass.
Right.
Okay.
Or lap band. And I knew of people that had that, but in my head, I was always just like, but that's not for me.
Right. That's for them. Those are for those people.
Right? That's not for me.
Yeah.
And when she said it, I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, that's not for us. And of course, you know, part of me is also, you know, concerned for her health, right? I guess from both perspectives, it's not healthy to be overweight, but then also just knowing her previous issues, you know, it's another surgery and all that. So I didn't really know what to say.
Right.
And then, you know, I'm sorry. For one, you probably could have used a little more support. And I'm just like, what?
It didn't matter. I mean, nobody said, oh, no, you're not, or that's bullshit or something. Nobody said anything really, but that was fine.
I'm so sorry, you poor thing. Okay. But then the more I thought about it, you know, for me, like, I thought about it a lot because number one, I was miserable at that point, like in the worst situation I've ever been in. And really for the first time in my life, I mean, I've gained weight and like, oh, I hate the way I look or my clothes don't fit. Right. This was the first time over the pandemic that I gained weight and like felt the physical effects of it.
Okay.
Like I didn't feel good. My knees hurt, my feet hurt, my back hurt. And I just didn't feel good. And that kind of scared me a little bit. So as I was thinking about Michelle, I'm thinking, okay, here's my sister who's got all these issues and, you know, has been through so much already. And here she is like, hey, I think this could help me. And and like, I'm going to go check this out or I'm going to do this. And I thought to myself, you know what? Stop making excuses for what's for you and what's not for you. And, you know, get off your butt and do something to fix this. Number one. And number two, get off your butt and do something to support your sister.
Yeah, it's like Michelle inspired you. That's cute.
Wanted, right? And I knew it was important to her. And if it was something that we could do together, because of course she's like, you should check this out. And I'm like, you're bullshit crazy. But then the more I thought about it and did check it out, I didn't realize there's like this whole giant community of awesomeness out there around it.
Especially you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Day one.
I'm sure you hear this, right? But she's like, you have to listen to this podcast. And so I'm like, all right, I'll listen to it. And then she's like, you know, I listened to the first few episodes and she's like, so, you know, what are you thinking? I'm like, well, I think I'm into this. Like, I think I'm into this, right? And it was really out of, you know, love and support for Michelle, wanting to love and take care of myself, for my family and for myself. And knowing that it is normal, it is okay. There's a whole community of people who have been through this and have been so successful and are so supportive. What's not to pursue in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
That's really awesome, you guys.
I kept calling her, what are you in? Are you like 90-10? Are you like 80-20? I mean, where are you at with your decision? And every day it would change to something or another. And finally when she's like, I'm 100, I'm like, oh, thank God. This is going to be so awesome.
What made
it's so nice. Yeah.
What
A
made
little
you,
long.
what was like that leave that made you 100?
Yeah.
I think it was just feeling hopeful
Yeah.
and feeling like, okay, this is something that, is a little more permanent, like we said, not a little, a lot more permanent.
Yeah.
And, I feel like that's what I need, not to slip back into old behaviors or not to be so obsessive or, all hell break loose. Right. I want to have more moderation. I want to be, more normal in that sense. And just all the research I did, I saw all the people that this helped, and I could see myself in that. And so that's when I was like, you know what, I'm going to pursue this. And Michelle had already visited a surgeon.
Ooh.
And so even though I live, like an hour and 15 minutes away from Michelle, I went to the same hospital and surgeon the same office as she did, because I'm like, I just want to be with her.
Yeah.
So I drove a long way, but I didn't care because
That
it
is
helped
so
us
cool.
have
They
a
were
really
awesome.
similar, at least, process experience. Our
Good.
personal experiences were quite different, but the process, I was able to be like, okay, what are they going to ask me this time? What do I need to know?
What do I got to bring?
Yeah, what should I bring?
What are they
to
gonna
this
say?
one? Yeah. So she really helped me.
Awesome. And how long was your process?
Mine was 4 months
Okay.
from the first call till the surgery.
Wow.
4 months. That's awesome.
Wow.
I do have 2 questions for you, Michelle.
Yeah.
So 1, what is your why? And then 2, how'd you find your surgeon?
So my why was basically I had beat cancer,
Okay.
but I was still miserable. I was like, why would I fight this hard for my life to live so small?
Okay.
I want to live life, not just exist here.
Ooh, I like that.
So I went and searched for something that would help me. And from the minute I started researching, I knew it was right for me. I never second guessed it for a second. I just had this feeling, and I kept telling Patty, this is right for me. I know this is going to help me. I know this is going to be it. My mom was really nervous for me, which I love her to death. And I hate to make her feel that way. But I had to do it. So I said, Mom, I know this is right for me. And she accepted that and supported me wholeheartedly through it, and supports Patty. But that was basically my why, that I want to live life. I just don't want to be this sick person that, feels okay once in a while. I want to feel great, and I want to do all the things,
I can totally, completely relate with you, because that's,
right.
I was bedridden for 3 years, and it came to a point where it's like, do I really want to live like this?
Yeah.
Do I want to spend the rest of my life stuck in 4 walls of my bedroom? No.
Exactly.
No. I might as well just cut it off now, because who wants to live like that?
No.
Yeah.
So
at work, they call that a no or go decision. It's either it's no, you're not going to do anything, or you're going to go for it, and that was kind of my no or go. It was like, am I going to be like this forever, or am I doing something? I'm damn well doing something.
Yeah.
Anything that I can do.
How'd you find your surgeon?
So I live in a really rural community in Illinois. Cornfields, bean fields, all that. So there's not a lot going on here. So there's one what my insurance calls Center of Excellence. That's about an hour and 15 from my house. So that's just, I let that lead me. I thought that was fine.
Yeah.
Patty had options because she lives in a more metro area, but I just did that. And when I had my kidney cancer surgery, when they took out the kidney, that was at the same hospital, and I had a really good experience there. They were good to me there.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, I just felt comfortable.
Okay. And so you both liked your office? You guys both had great experiences?
Yeah, a big shout out to BMI Surgery Clinic in New Lenox, Illinois. They've done like 8,000 surgeries. They were really good to both of us. We each had different surgeons though.
Oh, okay.
Different,
that's pretty
but same,
cool.
I don't know.
Yeah. What was it first like when you got there? Like, what did they have you guys do?
Surgery day, you mean?
No, like when you first signed up, like how was their process?
We had one a lot of forms, one consultation, then a psych eval.
Well, there was like, we had to watch some videos because it was during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So we had to watch some videos. You have that first consultation, and then you get set in motion on, psych eval, pulmonary, respiratory, like all the things you need to have checked out so to make sure you're in great health, right?
Okay.
We had a class to go to, like a 4-hour nutrition type class and what to expect.
Okay.
Of course, I'm ahead of Patty, so there's like different stuff. I'm taking pictures and sending to her. I'm like, yep, you can do that.
Oh, that's amazing.
That part of your lifestyle.
We're like, stop sending me these.
That's so funny. I know that it was probably having Melanie through my surgery or like post-op was huge for me. Like having somebody to talk with. I mean, we started the podcast at, I think I was 9 months.
9 months out.
post-op.
Yep.
And even before that, we talked all the time. And so how has it been for the first, I mean, I know you guys are both right around 3 months. How has it been having your sister?
Each other, yeah.
Yeah, having each other to kind of bounce off of.
I would say it's absolutely priceless.
No.
I feel like this has been successful for me so far. And a big chunk of that is her. We call each other out on things, like what do you got? How much water have you drank? She has a backyard pool, and we had some gatherings, and like, your cup isn't even halfway empty yet. Come on, but sisters can do that.
Yeah.
Sisters can call each other out and, lay it on the carpet like that. And we do. But I mean, she'll text me and be like, hey, can we have such and such? I'm like, yeah, go for it, or stuff like that. It's been awesome.
Oh, great.
What are kind of the fun questions you guys have had so far? Like,
Of each other?
Yeah.
yeah.
Gosh.
Well,
We don't have much of a filter, so
There's no filter on this podcast.
Yeah.
you have one? You look like you
go
have one.
ahead.
It's gonna take me a minute.
Okay. So I think the day that she had her surgery, I came down to see her or the day she got home, I guess, which is the next day after surgery.
Yeah, literally, I get home and she's like at my house instantly.
Aww.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like I said, it's like an hour drive. And so I'm so excited to see her, and she's in a considerable amount of pain.
Right.
And I had no pain.
Oh.
Nothing.
Yeah, can we talk about that? Because can that be like a topic here? Because I
Yeah.
don't understand. Like, either she's like Superwoman, or I'm like the biggest wuss on the planet, or maybe a little both. But like I said, the process was the same, but our experience was very different.
Yeah. They say that it's per surgeon is like really just how their technique is
Per surgeon and per patient also.
Yeah.
And I think also it comes a lot down to that you know how it feels to be in pain, constant pain. So your pain tolerance levels are different.
Yeah.
Because I know, with lupus, it's painful. And so I know that I was not in a lot of pain when I came out. Like I was like walking, I was moving, I was doing all the things, and I was tired. I was exhausted from the actual surgery, but I wasn't in a ton of pain. And I think that is your pain level. Like you're used to being in pain all day, so it doesn't hit you as hard maybe.
I totally agree.
I think I should have known this, right? Because we'd gone to get a tattoo together. And Michelle's like, oh, this is fine. This isn't whatever. And then I get in the chair and I'm like, they put the needle down and I'm like, like dying. So I should have known we had different pain tolerance levels.
She punctured the leather, fake leather, whatever, of the seat with her fake fingernails. That's how bad she was squeezing. I'm like, oh my God.
Where's the tattoo at?
Yeah.
On our toes.
Oh.
I mean, that is a delicate area.
It is a very painful area.
Oh.
Yep.
I love those.
Anyways, I had what I think was anchor stitch pain.
Okay. I've heard of that.
Have you heard of that?
I have not.
Yeah. One of the girls.
I heard about it a little bit.
Yeah. What did you read about it?
Just that, oh gosh, I hope I don't get this wrong. Our surgeon's going to be like, what are you out there telling everybody? But like, you have several small incisions and one of those incisions, 80% of your stomach has to come out of.
Right. That area.
I was stressed, right, a little bit more. And they stitch that. I don't know if it's like tighter to your
I think
muscle.
it's like too tight, right? That's what I was, I think that's
so
what I
it was
understood.
There was like indent there. Like, I mean, I had some rolls, but like, it was like an indent.
It was like a dimple.
Yeah.
And when I got
an indent.
like, this hurts like a mother. I'm like, what hurts? So she picks up her shirt and she's got this like dimple going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
I didn't have
See,
that
that's that's a hell of a difference.
And I mean, it was painful, like getting up and down. My husband was, like a godsend. He's so wonderful. But that lasted like, gosh, what was I, like 4 or 5 weeks out? And I was like, if this doesn't go away, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I read that people will, like between 4 and 6 weeks, like some people will almost feel like a pop and then like relief because it like pops finally, or it just slowly goes away. Mine didn't pop. Right.
Okay.
I didn't feel it pop. If it did, it just finally went away, but it took a good 5.5 weeks.
Okay.
Like I couldn't twist. I couldn't any of that.
Wow.
That's intense. I definitely did not have that. It was just
you just
pain.
had a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
poor
that's
thing.
just the type of surgeon that her surgery that her surgeon does. It's a little bit more
it's more invasive. Yeah, because my liver actually was outside of me, and most of the time it's inside and moved up. So that's the difference. So that's why like my incision's a little bit bigger, and it took a little bit longer to heal, but nothing like that with the indent. But I did see that on Instagram stories when the girls had a problem with that.
Okay.
And I was like, ooh, that sounds painful.
Okay.
So,
all right.
you poor thing.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know.
But
Michelle was like out kicking ass. So tell them about your first month or so, because this is a really interesting story.
When I got done with surgery, I had, the medication. As soon as they took the pain pump away, I was up, dressed, and at the like release meeting, like ready to literally go. And I told her, I'm like, you better be dressed for that damn meeting. Don't sit in there in no gown, But anyway,
that's amazing.
I was ready to go, and I felt so great. I felt just phenomenal. And I started to work out before I was supposed to.
Uh-oh.
And when I work out pretty hard.
Okay.
I as intense as I can go. And and plus because I have renal failure, I have to take a water pill. So that, flushes my system.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trail running like 3 miles at a time. And
this was like
how far out?
3 or 4 weeks.
Girlfriend.
Yeah. Excuse me, ma'am.
No,
I know.
And I completely depleted all my potassium,
I
which I
bet
didn't
you
know
did.
what was wrong with me.
Oh my God.
I didn't know what was wrong with me, but I felt like I was at death's door. Like I got to the point that I could not anymore stand to take a shower because I had to lay down.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't do a few dishes at the sink. The room would spin. I'm like, what is the matter with me? So I ended up at the ER. They said, you don't have any potassium, and that's what controls your heart. And I could have had a heart attack trail running.
Oh.
So it was a big wake up call for me. And if those of you that are listening to this, please, please, please do not ignore those types of symptoms. That is not normal. And I had been living like that for about a week, I would say. It was really bad. So anyway, I take potassium pills a day now, and I'm wonderful. From the minute I took those potassium pills, it's all fine. I feel great. I work out all the time, and I have no issues now.
Okay.
So how much potassium do you have to take?
I take 2 pills, so it's 40 milligrams a day.
Okay.
That's not bad. While we're on the subject of vitamins, are you both taking your vitamins?
The bariatric vitamin?
Yeah. Both had nods.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm religious about it. Like, I feel like I can't, miss those, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So it doesn't feel like an option to me to not take them. This is really the first time in my life I've taken vitamins because I hate the smell of them and I hate the taste of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I take, what do we take? CoQ10.
Okay.
I take a B12,
Biotin,
biotin, and then
collagen.
oh yeah, well the collagen I do in my coffee.
Yeah.
But and then I take a bariatric multivitamin, or I was taking one, and it was from one of the places you guys recommend. Gosh, help me out.
Is it ProCare or Paravita?
ProCare, I think.
ProCare.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a big green. I call it the big green nasty. Like it's
Oh, the the chewable.
Standing at death's door. I'm not kidding. It smells so bad. And I did that for like a month, and I couldn't get it down.
She's like, I can't do it. I can't do these pills. I'm like, just open your mouth and put it in.
I was like,
That's what she said.
I couldn't keep it down anymore. So I started using the patches.
Okay.
So for my multivitamin, I use a patch. And then the rest of them I can take because they're like gel coated or whatever. It was that big green. I couldn't do it.
Huh.
So
Like,
you're talking about the actual pill that you
It's like,
take.
yeah, it's a swallowing pill.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, the chewables aren't green.
Yeah, because the pill that I take from ProCare
Got it.
is green. And I understand it does, it smells. It does smell, but
like health.
Yes. Well, you got to think like, veggies and all that stuff doesn't smell the greatest. Like when they're all grinded up and stuff.
No.
So it's kind of like the same.
I'm sorry, but you guys are being so nice about it. It smells like death.
No, it doesn't. You are going to
So bad. So I started with these patches.
So Patty Sniffer is
are they bariatric friendly patches?
Yeah. So I looked up bariatric
cool
vitamin patches.
Awesome.
Okay.
And gosh, I'm not going to be able to remember the name of the company, which I feel really bad about. But that's the only one I do a patch for.
Okay.
And you have to wear it for 8 hours. So I put one on before I go to bed every night.
Oh,
And I
easy
take it off in
peasy.
the-
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we should check out.
Yeah. If you figure out the name, send it to us because we have not tried patches before.
Yeah, it'd be nice to check out a patch.
Because I
And they have
get tired of taking them
the
too.
one that I take is like a multivitamin with iron, but then they have like all different things you can mix together and use together or
Okay.
Cool. All right.
I like it.
We can definitely, we want to know.
So, Michelle, what was that story that you were going to tell us about her when you're like for questions? Like what fun questions have happened or?
Oh, I was talking about her dimple. That
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
man.
Is this normal?
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah, that I feel like those words come out of your mouth a lot. Like newly post-op. Is this normal?
Are you guys getting the gurgles? Because that was one of those for me.
Yeah.
The what? The gurgles?
The gurgles, like where you feel it in your throat, like the bubbles.
yeah.
I hated that feeling.
Yeah. But like when Michelle was going through all the stuff with her potassium, she would text me and be like, I don't think people can live on this much food. What do you mean? She'd be like, are you shaking like every time you stand up and is the room spinning? And I'm like, no. But shit, I hope that's not going to happen next week.
Yeah.
Because I was always like right behind her.
Right.
And thankfully, she figured out that it was her potassium. But those questions were like, I was like, oh my God, is this how this goes?
That's funny.
Thankfully, no, I didn't have any of that. But
That's just my own stupidity.
yeah.
Well,
I
what kind of-
So I have a quick question about the potassium. When you were having all of your symptoms, were you just like super tired? Like you lay down and like just go right to sleep
You're
like
like-
in the middle of the day? Or was it like more just like you didn't have?
I was okay if I was sitting down,
Okay.
but I couldn't take a shower on my own.
Oh, okay.
I legit just couldn't. I couldn't walk to the car without taking a break. Like from the living room to the garage there, I'd have to sit at the stool in the kitchen and just get my will up again to move again. It was that bad.
Okay.
But of course I was at 500 calories
Oh, low.
and working out and then no potassium. That's kind of the perfect storm. I just feel really lucky that my family finally said, that's it. You have to go to the ER because something's the matter.
Something's not right.
Please, everyone, listen to your body and call your surgeons. Call them right away. Like, don't hesitate. It's not worth your life.
And you can always reach out to us, but your first phone call should always be to your surgeon, no matter what.
And we might forward you to your surgeon. Like, I think you need to talk to your surgeon now.
Yeah, exactly.
Immediately.
Yeah. Because, I mean, your surgeon's going to know you best when it comes to this stuff. So,
Yeah.
He might say, call Melon.
if you could refer to OSLP, that would be fantastic.
I will say that after that potassium thing, I started taking the pills, felt better right away, but I did increase my calories.
Okay.
I average about 900 calories or 800 calories a day now.
Okay.
Because I do work out pretty hard. So,
and how many days in a row has it been now?
67 days
straight of working out.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Rings on this watch. I'm obsessed with closing those rings.
Oh my, I love it.
Yeah.
We're so motivated. Like she's killing it. She's crushing it.
Mine's not charged still from Florida.
Ditto.
Yeah.
It went in the bag.
But I remember that feeling in the beginning where like, I just want to hit my 10,000 steps. I want to hit my hours of standing. Like I want to hit at least clear those. And that made me feel good. Even if I didn't go to the gym to actually like work out. So like, I get it. Those rings are addictive. I think I hit right around where you have before. And I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Mel, you were like 2 days for a while too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm fighting that urge. Yeah. I'm fighting that urge.
It's hard sometimes.
With that, but
isn't it a weird feeling? I never thought I'd feel like that where I'm like, I need to go again. And I've done it and then done it again. And I was like, this isn't bad at all. Let's keep going. Like, it's weird.
And
like,
again, that's what she said.
It's insane, like how much energy I had. I just keep going. It's totally fine.
She ignores me at this
Yeah,
point.
because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm in the cycle room and now I'm lifting weights. And she's just saying that's what she said.
We're on two different pages. Let's go. Okay, so let's speed up a little bit and go to therapy. So you had one therapy kind of consult, or did you do one every month? How did that work?
So we had, the quota was one. You just called in a number and you got a therapist on the phone. Maybe because of COVID, I don't know if that's how they always do it.
Are you talking about the psych eval?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was it cost $400 cash, which I thought was a lot.
Yeah.
And we were on the phone for maybe 20 minutes, maybe more like 15.
Yeah, that's how mine was.
So, but I will say that I was very determined during my conversation. I knew exactly, I felt so good about the process that probably came out quite clear to the gal.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe other people would have taken longer. But I also live with a psychotherapist. So
that makes it easy.
We had talked about a lot of the things already in preparation for it. So
that makes it nice.
So you felt very prepared mentally for it because you could process through those feelings having somebody that's a psychoanalyst. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Although, I mean, he works in a male prison, so it might not be apples to apples, but
I mean, I feel like the basics are kind of the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. And then for me, I don't live with a psychotherapist, but I have Michelle. So we, I think again, that's a blessing of going through it with someone as close as your sister is. You're able to work a lot of that out together.
Yeah.
Ask each other things you might not ask anyone else, or say things you just feel like you can't say to anyone else. And it, I think, gave us a chance to sort of work through that as well.
One of the best examples of that is I got a text, was it last week, that said, "Hey, Shell, my ass fits in my office chair."
Yeah, those are the best.
So,
yes.
You don't get those just anybody, right?
Like, literally, it's the pandemic, and so I've got to do this home office because I'm here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I buy these new chairs, and I'm like, I get them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my butt doesn't fit in this chair. What the hell? And so I had messaged her about that. I'm like, my butt doesn't fit in my office chairs. She's like, don't worry, because it's going to.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to, yeah. So
it's non-scale victory for her.
Yeah.
That's a great non-scale victory. So let's go to the day.
I have a question before we move forward.
Yeah.
Sorry. So with the therapy stuff, did anything like pop out at you like or no, maybe not the therapy stuff, but like did something realize like why you guys were eating though? Like was there like a common denominator of like what you guys were doing? Because like we found out we're food addicts. So like did you guys find anything out about yourselves?
I think I already knew that. I've known that for a long time.
Okay.
But I mean, I ate to reward myself. I ate when I was miserable. I ate when I was sad. I ate when I was happy. I just ate.
Just ate for all feelings.
Food was everything.
Yeah.
So I knew that about myself long before I even started looking into this.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the same. I think, it's always been a comfort thing, whether it's happy, sad, whatever. It's always been a comfort thing. And I've known for a long time that my relationship with food was not healthy.
Okay.
You don't go through those kinds of ups and downs and fluctuations and all the emotions that comes with feeling good because you lose the weight and then feeling indescribably bad because you gain it back. Like it's not healthy. So I think we already knew that.
Okay.
We already knew that. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Good to know.
So for pre-op, let's go to the what was your pre-op like for like the diet and getting ready for surgery?
So we both had a 2-week pre-op diet that was 2 shakes a day. And we used the shake mix from a doctor's office.
Okay.
Primarily. Michelle was really good about it. Of course, me and my gag reflexes.
Everything smells. Everything smells.
Everything stinks. I did use Premier Protein a little bit, but I tried to also use the doctor's office stuff. And then we were allowed 4 ounces of meat and a quarter cup of vegetables for dinner.
Okay.
That was our 2-week pre-op diet. And we were trying to hit water goals during that time. And I know I was, because I've never been a water drinker. And so that's been like the biggest life change for me, is drinking all this water. And we did that for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
Which was too, it was hard, but it was
You didn't love the shakes.
No, I didn't, but I
every day got to do the shakes. What would happen if I didn't do any shakes?
You'll die.
You must do the shakes.
Yeah.
So did you have to do the shakes from the office?
They encouraged it, yes.
Okay.
For the pre-op. Post-op, you don't have to do any shakes, or you could do their shakes, or you could do any brand shake you want.
Got it.
But
Okay.
the pre-op, they wanted you to do their branded pre-op. And they gave it to you. It was part of the
Process.
I was going to ask if you had to pay for it or not.
That's good. At least it was part of the whole thing. Because that would be rude. I'd be like, I'm buying what I want.
And they had a lot of flavors. I think they're delicious. I still drink one every darn day.
Oh, do you know what the brand is?
It's their own.
Proprietary.
It's
Oh,
proprietary.
that's cool.
Okay.
They have vitamins. I still take their vitamins and their shakes.
Cool.
Oh, so they're all in house.
That's cool.
Like they're like, hey, let's make sure they're all taken care of. I like that.
That's awesome.
That's
okay.
that's impressive.
Yeah, that is very impressive.
So how'd you guys all do on it? Like it sounds like Michelle did amazing on the pre-op diet. Patty.
Yeah, what did I lose? 17 pounds in the 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great job.
That's great.
Yeah. And I was similar. I mean, I didn't love the shakes, but I did it.
She did
Yeah.
it. Yeah. She needed some prodding.
Yeah. And I lost 16.8. So
Hell
almost 17
yeah.
pounds.
Wow, you guys killed it.
Good job,
Crazy
ladies.
in 2 weeks, right? I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
Oof.
I lost 15 during mine. And I was just like, every day you get on the scale and you're down another pound and you're like, what is going on right now?
Yeah,
I
which
love
makes
this.
Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Well, yeah, and I didn't have the 2-week diet, so I gained weight. So that's what happened with me.
Oh, we had our food funeral.
Yes, food funerals were a big thing for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your number one food funeral place?
I would have to say a pizza place, but then also Texas de Brazil, which is like a Brazilian steakhouse.
Ooh.
That sounds delicious.
It was, yeah. It was a lot of delicious. I came home very sick.
Yeah, mine is definitely pizza. Always
Okay.
pizza.
Always pizza. Mine was melting pot. So I get the whole steak thing. Because I
oh.
remember like rolling out of that restaurant.
Just feeling, oh.
I was so full. And then I had my key lime pie martini. And like, I was just like loving life until I was not.
Yeah,
And then
I had the meat sweat before I ever even left Texas Deep Brazil.
Yes. So let's go to day of surgery.
Yeah. What does that look like? Because COVID time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mine was early in the morning. We stayed in a hotel close to there. I could have one support person. So my boyfriend took me. I think the procedure was 45 minutes, 45 minutes.
Okay.
Nice.
And then recovery, there was no room for me on the bariatric floor. So they put me in ICU.
Oh.
And I knew that I was supposed to walk right away. And I kept telling these ICU nurses, you're supposed to walk. And they're like, you have yellow socks. You can't walk. I'm like, what the hell? Who cares about the socks? I guess that's like a no fall risk type thing.
Yeah.
It's an ICU policy. I had no idea. It was all whacked out.
Texting me, they got me in the socks. I can't get up.
I can't go. It's the socks. I'm on the morphine pump, complaining about the socks keeping me down. But
gosh, I would have ripped them off and been like, fine, I'm not wearing your yellow socks.
So anyway, but then at like 2:00 in the morning, they moved me to the bariatric floor there. And they asked me if we'd been walking. And I'm like, well, I got to go once, but it's these socks. So, we got the socks figured out. And then I just started walking and I felt fabulous and was ready to go by 7 a.m, just ready to go.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
The support person couldn't stay overnight, but would stay till like 8 or 9, I think.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Did you have any gas pain?
None.
Oh.
The gas pain was the worst for me. I hated that.
Human. It's supposed to be.
I had gas pain when they took my surgery or my kidney out, but not with this. So I was
Awesome.
surprised.
Well, I don't want you to have it, so it just
gas
happens.
pain is no fun. So no, that was not fun.
Patty, how was surgery day?
Super similar experience.
Okay.
My husband took me, same visitation. It was only like 5 weeks later, so same situation because we're at the same hospital. So I did not have the yellow socks, so that was good. And they had me up walking around for sure. And I was probably, in more pain than Michelle was, but up and walking around and trying to drink, which felt like inconceivable at that moment that I was going to drink something, but they were super great. And next morning, like Michelle said, hightail it to the class. They have a class with a dietitian. And then you get dressed and you go home.
One thing I thought was really good is that our support person got to go to our class the next morning.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because it's kind of hard to concentrate. You still had the medicine head and all that. So our support person people went to the class, and I referenced that quite a bit. I was like, what'd they say about this or that? So I thought that was helpful.
That sounds like a nice transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sleepy time in there. And for the record, I did get my damn clothes on. I didn't wear my gown to that meeting. Michelle warned me about it.
Oh my gosh.
You can tell who the older sister is, right? Bossing her around all the time.
Get those clothes on.
Yep, exactly.
Don't be walking around in a gown. That's hilarious. I love it.
So what was, so first I want to know how much you guys have lost so far. Cause I've been waiting.
So I have been losing some every week, except for I had 3 weeks of an absolute stall. And that was around the time of my potassium problem.
That makes sense.
After that, I've done well. And right now, I'm at 52 pounds.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Congratulations.
2 more pounds to go, and I'm halfway to my goal weight.
Yay!
So my doctor said by like 9 months, the 9-month mark, I should be close. So
wow.
So did you give yourself a goal weight, or did they give you actual goal weight?
They said it. Yeah.
Oh.
I had set in my mind, and Patty, we decided on one together because we're basically the same size. We had said like 175.
Okay.
And when I got to the doctor, they said 184. There's some voodoo to how they figured it all out. And he said, not saying you can't get to 175, but it will be very hard.
Okay.
So with some more thought, I think we both decided that 175 might be a little ambitious for us.
Yeah, I mean, you can always like work towards it, but knowing like you're good where you wherever you
We're
land.
tall girls, so yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we're
and
pretty tall.
if you work out like you're working out and just keep doing the food diet, there's no reason for you not to get there. It's just going to be a little bit harder and harder as you get closer and closer to it. So I think you can totally achieve it. It's just going to be a little more oomph because like they always say that last 10 is like the hardest.
I'm
So.
sure. I'm anxious to find out, but I am sure.
But you got this.
You got this. Yeah, you're doing good.
Totally got it.
I hope.
She's totally gonna get it.
I can see it in her eyes. She's determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Patty, where are you at?
So I have lost a total of 53 pounds.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And I want to say 29 or 30 inches.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
She's killing
Congratulations.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're doing good.
And it's hard not to compare to each other because
I bet.
I mean, it's really easy to compare and you just can't do that, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for example, I have just not found the gusto or the motivation yet to really work out. Like, I'll walk or I'll swim a little bit in the pool, but like, I'm not like Michael Phelps in there or anything. Like, I'm doggy paddling around. I just haven't found that motivation yet. So I am inspired by Michelle and what she's doing, and I see how hard she's working, and I know I need to start doing that. So we just try not to compare, right? Because it's hard.
Well, and like the weight loss thing, I had 3 weeks of stalls. She had none,
Yeah.
Right.
So that's a big difference. And then I'm 6 years older than she is. I'm 52, I think. So I'm also menopausal, so I also take prednisone. And so it's just going to be different for us,
Yeah, your full
realize that.
your full makeup's different.
Well, and I have to tell you, I was on prednisone when I was when I had surgery. I was on it. And I think about my halfway mark, about 6 months, I think that she finally was like, well, let's pare you down a little bit, because I wasn't having the pain that I was, because I had lost. I mean, you probably feel the same thing, is like, as you lose and as you stay on your plan, your weight decreases and so does your pain, because it's not so much pressure on your joints.
Yep.
Right.
So prednisone may
come off the table.
be workable
half already. Mine's in half, so I'm hopeful. I'm anxious to get rid of this super round face. This moon face from the prednisone is.
I fucking hate the moon face. Like,
I don't know. I think you're
with for a long time. I've been on prednisone since I was 20.
okay.
I was on it for almost 7 straight years, so I get it. Yeah. It was like they put me on it, and I was just like, and I remember like the first 2 years, I was at like 40 milligrams. Like, it was such a high dose, and my face was so round, and I could not understand why my face shape changed.
Right. Yep.
So that makes more sense.
I'm working to get rid of it. Yes. And that's inspiring, Kelly. I'm glad you were off of it, and I'm inspired by that.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, medications are all basically, a lot of them are weight based. And so as you decrease, they decrease. And I mean, just keep up on your doctor. And like, if you're not having a bunch of pain, make sure that you communicate with them and be like, hey, so, can we decrease this? Because there's always room to play around with your medications and your levels. And, it may be, if you're on 10 milligrams of prednisone, you might be able to go down to 2. And that's a huge jump right there. Even if you have to stay on 2 milligrams for the rest of your life, that's better than 10. So,
for sure.
So, I had a question.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. Take it from here. I'm done. I'm checking out. No, I'm joking.
She's like, I'm out of this bitch. No, but have you been able to take off any of your medicines for your?
The prednisone is in half, and then I take a transplant med. It's called Cellcept, and that's also in half. So, I'm doing well there. I take a lot of medicine, so it's a little bit at a time, but #goals, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think I went from like 15 medications to 5.
Oh gosh, that sounds
awesome.
good.
So with the decrease of like the pain medication and all of the other, because when you're on so many medications, your symptoms will change. So like you'll take a medication, you get a headache. So then you take a headache medication and then that causes dry mouth. So then you take like it's an ever building ladder of medications and it's stupid. It's dumb, but it's just,
I mean, it is. I mean, the science can only do so much.
Oh, totally. Completely.
It's crazy.
So as you decrease and you get off certain medications, like your other symptoms will decrease and then you stop taking so many. So
one thing I wanted to mention, not to just harp on my health issue, but I wanted to mention that I wanted to be more prepared for if I do need a kidney.
Right.
Because my other one doesn't work. The only one I have left doesn't work all that well. So I wanted to be more prepared should I need one. And that's my responsibility to be ready for that.
Yeah.
You know? So that's one thing. And then Patty's willingness to be as healthy as she can be. She's ready and prepared to give me one should I need one.
Aww.
And so she's going to be more healthy and, you know, ready to give me one should I need it. So that's been a big factor for me. And I can rest easier, I think, just knowing that.
You guys are so cute. I love you guys together. Like, that's such an amazing gift that you guys have for each other. Not to mention that you get to go through this amazing journey together and you fully support each other. But like the fact that you guys are there for each other through all of these health complications it's just awe-inspiring.
Yeah, I think that people can really, really like see the love there and they want that too. Because I know like it would have been so much better for Kelly if she had more support, I think, during her stuff. Yeah. And she had a lot of people around her, but it's a different type of support, I think.
It's a different type of support now than it was back then.
Yeah.
Because it's different when somebody can just say, oh, you look great. Like, how much weight have you lost? You know, that type of stuff. To like, go ahead and cry on my shoulder. Like, I know you're going through a lot. Or, you know, hey, do you want to go take a walk together? Like, it's just a different type of support.
And that's kind of why we kind of reached out in this platform and in Instagram to create the Twisted Sisters handle, because we want to be able to support other people like we have supported each other. Now, please be aware that we are no gurus on Instagram. I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. I have no idea what I should post or how to post it or whatever.
Our poor niece, we're like, okay, show us how to do this on the Instagram.
What's the difference between a story and a post and you know, all of that. So if you decide to follow us or whatever, God, please
lower
be
your
patient.
expectations.
Yes. We're good people. We're just not good at Instagram.
You guys are so funny.
You guys are adorable. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure you guys do just fine. I love it.
Yes.
So what has been like, because you guys are 3 months out.
I was going to do non-scale victory.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Yeah.
So what's your favorite memory of the journey so far and then your favorite non-scale victory?
My favorite memory was the day she told me she was in at 100.
Aww.
That's probably my favorite.
What's your non-scale victory?
I think getting off at least half of 2 of my meds. That was huge for me. Yeah, just for me,
big time.
But I mean, I've had others like I've just recently been able to jog 7 miles without stopping. So that was a big accomplishment just mentally for me.
7 fucking miles.
Mobility is my number one, right? Mobility is everything to me. So that was big for me.
Oh my gosh. I went up a pair of stairs at the airport in Dallas and I was like,
you're winded.
Well, yeah, the stairs are a killer. And I will say that when I say run, I mean like jog super, super slow. Like other people could probably walk faster than I jog, but that's okay because I'm doing me, right?
You're moving.
7
miles.
7 miles.
Yeah.
I can barely do 1. So
You can too.
She can. She's got to do it.
It's all here. You do 1 and then you do 1.5 and then you do 2 and you know.
Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I think Michelle needs to message you every morning.
She does this every episode
couple of months.
I get called on, and then they're like, "Oh, you should message her every morning."
Because then my stuff doesn't work. I think maybe you need to hear it from someone else that's not as close to you.
I think it's all about a mindset. Just when you're ready, you'll do what you want to do.
I feel like once I'm out of my house and I'm away from the
Oh, I've heard this every
The bad
time. This is what I'm
juju.
hoping that it works. This is just what I keep hearing. So I'm like, I can't wait for this house to go.
Yeah, well, and
It's
I
only
already
gonna be
have
a few
plans
weeks.
of like making a little gym area in my
Mhm.
garage so I can go out there and like do my thing, and then so
Kelly, don't you still work and walk a bunch at work?
mm,
She doesn't work.
Okay.
no,
All right.
no, I don't.
She doesn't work since November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was October, November
All right.
was my last.
All
right.
Yeah. So I had left right before the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Okay.
Like a couple weeks before the divorce. Yeah.
But you've been doing, I mean, you guys are doing workouts during the week, right?
Yeah, the Wednesdays.
Yeah. And
Wednesday workouts.
Yeah,
Yoga?
it's just kind of like
That's not enough.
it's hit or miss for us. Like,
You know that's not enough.
Here we're trying.
sounds like, don't say that bullshit. That's not
we're
I'm like, yeah.
I mean, we walk a lot, like when we're out doing stuff, and like I'm constantly moving. It's not a workout. to me.
No, I
Like,
know. That should just be
need-
everyday living.
Yes.
We are everyday living more physically,
Yes.
but we're not doing that extra, and they actually need to be consistent. Like I'm just as guilty too. I'm just like,
Maybe Michelle should message you every morning.
Oh, yeah.
now she's got 3 of us because she's going to message me too. I can't.
Sweet. We just have a group chain going.
Yes.
Hey, fuckers, get up.
Get up and move today. Do something.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
out of the
gosh.
normal.
Yes. Patty, what's been your
Yeah.
I think my favorite moment was probably coming home from the hospital and like within an hour, Michelle was here.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a grown up, right? I'm grown up, but there's something that just can't really sort of replace when you're not feeling well.
Mhm.
I mean, my husband, obviously, but I don't know. It was the fact that she would drive down and just to see me for a few minutes, because I was literally like, oh, give me the pain medicine. I'm going to sleep. That meant a lot to me. Non-scale victory, besides my butt fitting in the office chair,
Yes.
I would say this is kind of a big one, but I actually want to go places.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like when I get in mode where I'm, have gained and I get like, I don't even want to go. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to, and that's so not me. So I'm definitely out of that mode.
Yay.
Good.
Remembering it helps, like the country's opening up a little bit and you can actually do things and that, but just not feeling so self-conscious to just go somewhere. Like it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Feel exhausting.
Mhm.
So I have been, positive affirmations every day.
Good.
Saying, look at what I'm doing. Look what we're doing. I feel happy to be up. I'm happy to get dressed. I'm happy to go out and do something or see people I haven't seen. And that's just a great feeling for me.
That's amazing. That's yeah. I mean, I don't think anything can compare to that.
Yeah.
The feelings of
Freedom.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I feel. Yeah.
Exactly. So are you guys taking progress photos
Yeah.
as you go along?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've taken some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably not as much as we could, but we'll do better.
Okay.
Just remember that you'll want them. Like when
Yeah.
you hit your goal weight, and like it really keeps you motivated seeing that side by side and being like, oh wow, that is a big difference.
Well, in the full length ones, I know
Yes.
some of us don't like to do that, but they're so helpful for
And
later.
videos.
So
Videos of you just standing there and then like turning. I know, like don't like take them and then just put them in a file.
there's folder.
Because when you look like when you hit your goal weight or when you get really close, you're gonna want to do.
You're gonna see
Yeah.
it.
You're
Yeah.
gonna want to do it.
Well,
Or those
I
down
only
days
posted-
too.
Posted like sort of 360-ish photos
Oh,
right
cool.
before, right? So we
Good.
haven't necessarily revisited that, but maybe it's time. Maybe we'll post them on our Instagram.
There we go. There's an
There
idea.
we go.
We want to see them.
Just
Yeah.
for YouTube. just for melancholy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I love
All
it.
right.
So with your guys' food afterwards, what are you guys on right now?
What phase?
Yeah, what phase?
I'm full food.
You're full
no,
food.
no carbs, or as little carbs as possible.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, no sugar.
I just started eating vegetables.
Okay.
How's that going?
Fine. Totally fine.
Good.
And I'm really excited. In 2 more weeks, I can start eating some fruit. That's
Yeah.
really-
What was your first solid food?
Oh, do eggs count, or is that like not
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, that can be.
Yeah.
I know scrambled eggs too.
Yeah, definitely lots of eggs. I ate a lot of refried beans. Michelle hates those.
Love them.
Love refried beans with some cheese, and
Yum,
a little
yum,
bit of
yum.
sour cream and guac.
Little salsa?
Yeah. Little,
Yeah.
No salsa.
She's a kind of a picky eater
Hot
though,
sauce.
so I'm a picky pill taker. She's a picky eater.
Yeah, you are. Together, you're one complete pickiness.
Are you
I'm
guys all
trying,
hitting
so-
your water goals?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I will say that prior to making this decision, I drank 9 to 12 cans of Diet Coke per day
Whoa.
and have a renal problem, which is absurd, right? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, girlfriend.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I have not had one Diet Coke in 6 months because I gave it up way before the surgery because I thought if I can't give up Diet Coke, there's no point in moving forward.
Yeah.
So I gave it up way before.
That's a
Yeah.
non-scale victory. That's a
That's a
fucking
huge-
badass
yeah,
one.
that is-
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our dad was so hooked on Diet Coke that he had the Coke semi come to the farm and drop off cases at a time. Like,
Damn.
yeah, it's systemic. So
Yeah, it runs in the blood.
Yeah. I've never been a soda drinker, really.
Neither. Mm-mm.
Like, I used to drink Pepsi, like, when I was, like, 18.
Only with Taco Bell, man. That was my
Oh,
jam.
yeah.
It was a
Nothing like a cold,
but-
ice cold Pepsi with Taco Bell.
yeah. It had to be like paired with food. Like that's like a certain food. So it'd be Taco Bell or Walrus pizza.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Walrus.
but that's it.
But Walrus had RC.
I know. No, when I would like take it home and have it with Pepsi.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
We have a specialty pizza place here, and it's funny because they're owned by the same people, or they used to be owned by the same people. And there's one in our town, Kaiser, and it's called JC's. And then there's the other one in West Salem, which is more of like an
Walrus.
upscale
Version of it.
So they have better quality food and everything, and you can always tell where you grew up by the one that you like the most.
Yep.
Oh, sure.
Because I worked at JC's, so you got a free pizza every day you worked. So
How cool.
we would just take them home and then eat them. Like, and you'd just see pizza boxes in my fridge in my apartment. But yeah, it's
Mhm.
there's nothing quite like Pepsi and some JC's pizza.
Yeah. So I'm glad you kicked it. Like 6 months so far. Like that's crazy.
I don't plan on going back. I drink all water once in a
Yeah.
while, like a protein water or a Gatorade Zero or something, but
Okay.
all water.
Thank
Yeah.
God for protein water. That stuff. Oh my gosh. I love that stuff.
Which brand?
Protein 2.0.
Okay. Yeah.
Have we tried that?
Yeah, I tried the green. Remember I gave you the green one? No, that was
That was-
Isopure.
Yeah, because that was
Protein 2.0.
green apple
I don't think
and
we've
weird.
tried Protein 2.0.
I don't think so either.
They sell it at like Sam's
Yeah.
and those
We're gonna
kind of
have
places.
Yeah, we'll have to get some.
Yeah.
Amazon for sure. It tastes
really good. Yeah,
Okay.
really good.
We want to
And
do a protein clear liquid one.
Episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we've been searching.
Yeah.
So let's do
It's
that.
20 milligrams or 20 grams of protein per bottle.
Oh, good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Impressive. Okay. We'll have to
we'll-
check that out.
We'll look into it. Yeah.
So
All right.
Don't like the shakes, the protein water.
Yeah.
Really good.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I have to ask, have you tried our protein shake or the devotion?
So I'm a Devotion fan
Okay.
because I'm currently obsessed with the freaking waffles that
Yeah.
I make.
Oh my God. Aren't they amazing?
I have to say this. I made a waffle the other day and I used the Angel Food protein powder,
Mhm.
right? And the baking soda and the egg and, all the stuff. But then I put like a half a capful of vanilla and a capful of lemon extract.
okay.
Girl, it
Yeah?
tastes like a cake. It's so good. I love it.
Ooh.
We
There's
try
like
to do
lemon
protein
cake?
powders, and we're devotion.
Yeah, we're all about devotion.
Those flex
Obvi, no.
flavors.
Yeah, Obvi's a no-go for me, but
Okay.
devotion, all in.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we just visited Dana down in Florida, and
I'm so jealous.
she's so fucking amazing,
Oh
guys.
my God.
Like,
She's a character. My goodness.
we
Like
enjoyed our time. Just wait until we have some
so much
some
content
videos
soon.
and things coming.
Awesome.
Yeah, because she's a
Awesome.
lot of fun and
Yeah.
she means business and she is all about her product. Like she taste tested the shit out of all of her stuff. Like
Oh,
it is
we-
insane.
We walked in and she made us dinner, and she made meatballs
Yeah.
using the buttery blend.
All of
in
her
it.
stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Then she made vegetables,
Veggies.
sauteed vegetables, and she had something else in there.
Yeah. From the flex flavors and yeah. Oh my God.
And then, like, literally everything we ate there was all, we made the protein monster cookie, which was,
Super good.
you have not tried that yet. You should go and get that because it was amazing. What else?
Well,
The
what-
fudge popsicles.
What I thought was really cool is like the fudge popsicles and this monkey bread thing that they
Oh
have
my
that are
God,
in the
that was
freezer.
so
The fact that it was in their freezer and they pull it out and they're all just eating like the shit out of it. And we're just like, okay, so like they are so behind their product. They love it so much. Like they made sure that whatever they're producing, they're eating, which is I fucking love. So
Yeah, and she has like this flex flavor drawer that is amazing. Like she pulls it out and it's got all the flavors. And I was just like, how can I get that in my house? Like,
Oh, one of those. I know.
Right?
I want one.
oh,
Now-
it was so cool.
It was last weekend. Patty's daughter graduated from high school, so we had a small
Oh.
graduation party here. And of course, her and I can't eat the cake, so
Yeah.
she's like, "I'll make us a waffle on the down low." I'm like, "All right." So she's in there making the waffle, and pretty soon, all the ladies from the party are all surrounding her, and she's doing like an infomercial for devotion powder. And we got all done, and everybody's trying them, everybody's loving them, and we got all done. I'm like, why didn't we film
record that. Record it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them to go use our
Everybody loves
code,
it.
man. Like
Yeah,
they can get a
use our
discount.
code.
Use the code.
Use our code.
Like,
It's delicious.
oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm so glad.
I love the waffles. I mean, pretty much anything I've eaten
Yeah, I've
from
digged.
it, we've loved. And we even like we got some like OG flavors, which I was kind of cool about or was kind of happy about.
Yeah.
And then what else? Oh, we got to this little sneak. We got to build our own rainbow packs.
Yeah.
So we got to put in the flavors that we use into our own
Oh,
rainbow packs, which you'll see. So yeah, that was really fun.
That was a lot of fun. That was
It
a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
Oh.
So
I'm
yeah.
not really a cook, as Michelle knows, and my husband Paul knows, but I've been having fun, like experimenting with that.
Good.
And you know, not only is it delicious, but it's good for you, and it helps you get your protein in, and you feel like, or at least I feel like I'm in control of what I'm eating, and I'm in control of, you know, making it and trying new things, and that's been kind of unexpectedly exciting for me.
Awesome.
Yay.
I do have one last question before we let you go. I don't know if Kelly has any more questions,
I'm good.
but I was going to ask you, what do you guys are looking forward to for the next 3 months when we do our next check-in?
For me, it's just about maintaining my current motivation level, and
Mhm.
and I'm looking very much forward to decreasing medicines.
Okay.
But I'm just loving the process. I'm
Yeah.
just here for it.
You guys both seem so like light.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like right. I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but like I feel like we can see it in you guys, like the drive and the energy, and like you've got this.
Yeah, it's for me, it's the hope and the freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as far as what I'm looking forward to, be getting closer to the goal, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And Michelle got me, she's so sweet. She got both of us these little jars, right? And there's a lose jar and a lost jar with marbles in them. So we move our little marbles over when we lose every week.
Sweet.
Visual, right?
Yeah, it helps. I'm a visual learner, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Looking forward to my lost. I keep looking over here because it's right there. I'm looking forward to my lost jar being fuller than my lose jar.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it here to be recorded. in history.
Ooh.
But the next time we talk to you guys, I'm going to be consistently working out.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
There, I just committed myself.
That's right.
And
To all of the internet.
that's all the interwebs. Yes.
All of the
Yes.
worlds.
Yes.
You guys crack me up. I love it. I think that's some great goals.
Yeah.
And I feel like you guys, like I said, you've got this. You've got this. And then just enjoy the process. I know for me, I really looked forward. Like I was just like, get to that goal. I want to see that goal weight. Like, and I kind of, on some spots, I forgot to enjoy the little moments.
Mm-hmm.
So just remember, it's really cool, like seeing that weight go down and everything, but enjoy the little moments as they pop up. Like,
Thank you. Yes.
your ass fitting in the chair. Like,
Yeah.
that's huge.
All
like,
the little things. Like just
Yeah.
how like doing yard work's easier now. Like anything.
Oh, yeah.
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 So-
I just want to take a moment just to make sure that you guys understand how important you are
Yeah.
in our process. I've listened to every podcast I possibly can, and sometimes I'm re-listening to them now, going back at different things because I can take it in a little bit better,
Yeah.
or know more about the topic or whatever. And I find that working out, listening to your podcast is perfect for me because I am so mentally focused on what you're talking about and how that relates to me and how, it will help us, that I forget how long I'm even out there, going or whatever. So, I knew what to expect because of you. I knew what not to do because of you, what to do because of you. So a big hats off to both of you guys.
Yeah. What you're doing is amazing.
It is.
And we're thankful for both of you.
And it is not easy to, I don't even know what to post on Instagram. So what you guys are doing is fantastic. All the tacky stuff you have to do and the commitment and just everything. Thank you so much for
that means so much,
our
so much, because that means it's working. Like that was the whole goal of our podcast. So I'm just happy that it's.
We said if we helped one person, then our job was done. And
right here.
We got two.
We love doing this. I mean, and just being able to talk with ladies like you and like see the drive and the commitment and like that we're helping you not only overcome like the fear of it, but you're also getting straight from our mouths, like you're the truth.
Yeah.
You're getting the absolute truth. So
yeah. I live and die by what you people say. So for real.
Well, I mean, that means a lot. Like it's like we never know if it's really like helping until we hear it. And then it makes us our passion like even full more force because we're like, okay, so this is working. Let's keep going. Like, don't lose sight of this. Like, don't let any like squirrel kind of happen to you. Just go, okay, this is the passion. This is the point. This is our mission. Let's do this shit.
Laser focus, ladies. Laser focus.
It makes all the difference.
Yeah, it
does
does.
all the difference. Thank you.
Thank you. Because without support with like you guys, like we wouldn't be where we were. So
So thank you so much for coming on and sharing your journeys up to the 3-month mark.
So we can't wait to hear 6 months.
Seriously.
Like, we're stoked to release this and have everybody listen to it and then hear what happens in the next 3 months. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, and if you want to get this episode early, you know where to go. And if you don't know where to go, it is
patreon.com/OSLP. And you just select a tier. If you want to become part of our winner's bench, you just go on there. You pick the benchies one or higher. Just depending on what you want.
Just understand it's a support group.
It's a support group.
That's what it is.
And we are on Facebook Messenger, and me and Mel are both in there at least once a day.
Yep.
But we usually are
like all day long. Yeah. We're checking and we're sharing tips and tricks. People are getting to know each other. Like
it's absolutely a fantastic support group for protein, water, later on in your journey, beginning of your journey, wherever you are.
Yeah.
So go on to patreon.com/OSLP. Check it all out.
Yeah.
And if you ever have any questions, you can always go onto our website.
Yeah. And you can message us. Our websites are sleevelifepodcast.com. And then, of course, we want you to go to YouTube. We want you to hit the bell. That way, when these videos go out, you'll actually get notified. And that happens weekly now.
Yes. So they will go to our patrons first. And then it'll stay on there for a week. And then after that, it drops for everybody else on the YouTube. So we will have more up-to-date videos.
Yeah, it's coming your way.
Time. So,
all right. Well, we love you guys.
And we will see you
next time. Bye.